What do these famous partnerships have in common? Eduardo Saverin and Mark Zuckerberg, McDonald's and Heinz, Kraft Foods and Starbucks, and of course Lennon, Harrison, Starr, and McCartney. They were business collaborations or partnerships seemingly made in heaven. They were doing things that no one else was doing and were working at extraordinary levels until they weren't. Like so many other collaborative efforts, these partnerships failed, and the world will never get to see what could have been. What these failed partnerships have in common is precisely the same error we see the majority of cross-functional teams across the business landscape commit. The flawed thinking that if we just have shared objectives, we'll naturally and effectively collaborate together. But it's not true, and the data proves it's not. As a sampling of the research, up to 91% of CEOs report that the cause of their business failures are the result of ineffective cross-functional collaboration. You can't tell me that a majority of the managers who work for those CEOs didn't establish shared objectives among their teams. Creating and establishing shared objectives, it's manager work 101. Yet cross-functional teams continue to fail at an alarming rate. What gives? This brings us to the big question. Beyond shared objectives, what's necessary for teams to succeed? Let's start with the fact that today, with the ever-changing needs of sophisticated customers and complex value streams, simply establishing shared objectives and role clarity, and then cascading that information in a slide deck, it's amateurish. As collaborative leaders, we know that once shared objectives and role clarity is established, this is when our work begins. To best understand what's more important than a team having shared objectives, we've examined the successful collaborative teams across multiple industries over the past 25 years. Without question, we see successful collaborative leaders go beyond merely establishing shared objectives and establishing role clarity. They take 5 additional steps up the arc of alignment to optimize the talent within their cross-functional teams. These 5 steps are: number 1, establish similar penalties and rewards. Note that these don't have to be the same penalties and rewards, but they must be equitable. Number 2, maintain a shared reality of current data. This, of course, requires rapid and relevant and full information flow among the stakeholders. Number 3, collectively and consistently determine what success looks like now, in this moment, in this meeting. Agile teams understand that the definition of success can change and probably will change, or at least evolve quickly. Number 4, publicly declare personal motivations. This is the step where bonds of trust are strengthened. And if we don't do this, we'll be susceptible to having teammates operate with those hidden agendas. And number 5, create a culture where teammates are as committed to each other's success as they are their own. When teammates go from merely having each other's backs to fighting for each other's success, this is when magic happens. As collaborative leaders, there are other actions, of course, we can take along this arc. What's being highlighted here are just a few of the fundamentals that are all too often missed. Knowing the arc of alignment brings us to our big opportunity then. To elevate our team up this arc, we can ask ourselves co-discover questions such as these. Where is our team on the arc of alignment? Number 2, what does it look like for us to be as committed to each other's success as we are our own? And number 3, what can we do to demonstrate this dynamic more consistently? As collaborative leaders, we recognize the fact that aligning our teams is both an intellectual exercise as well as an emotional exercise. Numbers only align us cognitively. Ownership occurs when we emotionally invest ourselves in the achievement of our shared objective. We don't hide from this fact as collaborative leaders, we embrace it. I have a challenge for us. The next time we hear someone say, we need to establish shared objectives if we're going to succeed, at that moment, let's step forward. Let's lean forward and smile and know that our work as leaders has only just begun. Thank you for watching Connected Focus. If this video was sent to you by a friend, you can receive future video casts by subscribing at connectedfocus.com. I wish you safety and definitely peace of mind. And remember, aligned teams are led by collaborative leaders.